making money online, starting your own business from scratch, starting your own retail store, starting your own online retail business. Those are the things that we like to talk about here, and that's what we're going to talk about on this channel. So I personally, that's all I do. I make money online. I've been doing it for 15 years. I have online retail stores. I have various places where I have streams of income coming in. And it's the thing that is most interesting to me. It's almost like a sport. It's my game. It's my video game, you could say. And online retail is parallel to real life in many ways when we see these big trends that happen, and the means by which people make money online go through evolutions of their own, and they go through these waves and trends. It's not a very stable thing if you're thinking in terms of get rich quick. And boy, any person who's looking to make money online, probably I would say 95% of people who hit the make money online search are looking for, the next stock market pick. And it doesn't work that way at all. In fact, making money online, establishing a business presence online is a long-term, sustainable, solid way to carve out a path in life, especially if you're a person who wants to work at home. But there's a lot of work involved. And 95% of the people who are looking to make money online, the reason why they're looking is because they want to stop working. Now, there are an entire different group of people who want to build a business, and they want different ideas and they want to explore. But if you're one of those people who just has woken up one day and says, I've seen too many Instagram photos of people on the beach, I think that's the life for me, I want to figure out how to do that and not work, making money online is not exactly going to be your door to get to that thing that you just imagined. So who is the person in the real world who comes to me with the discussion of, hey Jen, I'm interested in doing the thing that you do. I would like to have an online retail store. I have a different idea about the kind of thing that I would like to get into, but I have my job at the car dealership and this is what I'm doing right now. How do I make this transition? Well, the average person who I think is successful, or who could be successful making money online, establishing their own business, is the person who went to college. Maybe they didn't, but they were raised in a 1980s, 90s, early 2000s environment where they learned that you live in America. This is a terrific place, and we all sort of live in this stasis of comfort. Therefore, when you go to school, you get to be anything you want to be. And that's a fabulous thing to learn when you're a young person. So you don't have to worry about, whether or not you're going to inoculate your children, or feeding 2 out of 3 of them 4 out of 5 nights a week. We don't really have to struggle with those real life problems that some people have. We have to decide what we want to be when we grow up. And for some people, that's going to be a fireman. And for other people, that's going to be a scientist. And for other people, that's going to be a school teacher. And if you're like me, who immediately fell in love with Diane Fossey and Jane Goodall, you would have decided that you are going to be a scientist. And there were hundreds of thousands of young girls growing up through the decades that I grew up who were absolutely sure that that was the life for them. Unfortunately, by the time we got to college, no one explained to us that, yes, you can be a scientist, but mostly when you're an adult, you also want to live indoors, and therefore you're going to have to pay your bills. And so if you want to be a scientist in certain fields, which is exactly what I did for many years, you have to also eat ramen and tomato soup for the rest of your life. And when that really sinks in, after your 3rd month of dried noodles and the same flavor, and shrimp is not a great flavor for noodles, you start to think, geez, maybe I should get a different kind of job. And then when you decide that you're going to have a family, other people start to tell you, hey, maybe you could make an income, an actual income, and stop this hobby science thing you have going on. And that's a reality, and that's a reality for a lot of us. So We have an entire generation of people who were forced into the service industry. We have an entire generation of people who ended up becoming salesmen in the electronics department at Sears, and they didn't know that that's what they were going to do, but that's the thing they ended up doing for decades. And this is the reality for many people, and it's fine, but very often people come to me and say, hey, I'm curious about the thing that you're doing. I wonder if that's a thing that I can also do. And to those people I say yes. Not only is it a thing that you can also do, now is a very unique time for doing this type of thing. Because now you have things that exist on the internet that didn't exist 10 years ago that mean that you don't have to necessarily be a programmer in the way that I was 10 years ago when I was building my shopping pages from scratch, when I had to download or I had to read an entire manual and learn how to integrate an API to UPS so that I could get tracking codes or pay someone thousands of dollars to do it. But of course I wasn't willing to do that because, remember, I was working as a scientist that could barely keep my electric on. And I had to learn how to do this all by myself if I wanted it to be successful. Now, there are plenty of people who are willing to go through that learning curve, but there are also many people who say, yeah, I'm really sorry because I work 14 hours a day. I can't read a UPS coding manual. And that's entirely understandable. So now you don't have to do that. Now that you have access to retail and business, and you are completely capable of starting up that hobby thing that you had in the back of your mind without having to go through this massive learning curve of an entire computer science degree. And it's a terrific time to get into business. It's a terrific time to establish your brand online and start to learn from the things that other people have already been doing for 10 years. Because many of us we already know immediately as soon as we see something online if the sale is going to work, if the platform is going to work, if the customer is going to like it, because we've already been doing this for a very long time. So in this channel, that's kind of what we're going to talk about. If people are interested in developing their online presence, and keep in mind, when I'm working with this, I'll be working in this channel to develop an online course specifically for people who want to build an online e-commerce retail store, specifically with the type of software that I use, because it's the thing I know, so it's the thing I'm able to explain. And oftentimes when people come to me in the real world, they say, Jen, I really would like to learn the thing that you're learning to do, but it's not possible for me to sit down and actually tell someone face to face exactly the technical information that they need to do the thing I do. And also, I get asked this a lot, so it's hard for me to have the same conversation over and over and over again and not skip something or miss something or automatically assume that someone knows something that I've already known for 10 years. That kind of thing, it gets a little bit lost in translation. But what I can provide is I can provide information and tutorials for people that have a more in-depth interest in the thing that I've already done for a very long time, and I can create those tutorials for individuals who would like to know more, so that I can refer them over to those types of tutorials or that information or that content while we're having a discussion in the real world, in person, and they say, well, I'm interested in the thing you're talking about, I would like to know more, and I can say, great, go over to My New Monday, my YouTube channel, and I will talk to you about these things all day long, and if you want to know anything specific, I can refer you to a particular video where we covered that topic. And that's really something that I enjoy, because I enjoy doing online business. I enjoy doing online retail. I've really found a very satisfying path in life to do this every single day, and I have a ton of knowledge that would help other people be successful in starting up their businesses if that's something that they also have an interest in. So stay tuned to the videos that we have coming up. We're going to cover different topics. We're going to cover them in detail. It's possible I might have to refine my ability to explain these topics, or I can kind of hammer them out as I'm making videos as I go along. And hopefully you would also, find some value in the thing that you're trying to pursue if you're building an online retail presence for yourself. Now, there are as many ways to make money online as you have ways to imagine to make money online. And boy, isn't that the truth. It's the truth in the real world, and it's the truth on the internet. But even more so now, because now we are stepping into something where we have more power, we have more of a domain to be a creator than we do in the real world. So this is a very interesting time to be here. So if this is the kind of thing you're interested in, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be filling this channel with tutorials, videos, information, online business, how to make money online, and how to get your business up and running. There are tons of different opportunities for income streams. You don't necessarily have to take on an overwhelming amount of responsibility to start a business, but if that is what you're looking for and you want to create something from the floor up, you absolutely can do it. And we're going to talk about all the types of opportunities and options that you might have, see if we can't find something that you're interested in. So come on back and we'll start having very casual, very friendly conversations about all the obstacles and hurdles that you might experience if you're starting your business.